Welcome to Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, KTHM College, Nasik. Myself Sampad Dempsey, working as Associate Professor in Department of Electronic Science. Friend, we already discussed the timers and counter topics part A in previous video lecture. In today's video lecture, we are going to see the chapter 1's microcontroller architectures topic timers and counter part 2. Savitribai Phule Pune University prescribed the syllabus for microcontroller learnings EL332 and we already covered unit first microcontroller architectures subtopics. Today in this video lecture we are going to discuss timers and counters mode 2 and mode 3 in details. So the friend, in 8051 microcontroller the timers and counters are 2. 8051 has 2 timers and counters which can be used either timer to generate the delay or as a counter to count the events. So this is very important. What is the use of timer and counters? The timers used as a delay provider and counter used as count event provider. The 8051 has 2 timers, timer 0 and timer 1, and they can be used either timers or as a counter. Now how it is? The timer 0, which is a 16-bit, and it is splitted like this D0 to D7. This is lower byte of timer 0, 8-bit, and this one D8 to D15, that is DH0, is a 8-bit timer 0, that is higher byte of timer 0. So timer 0 and timer 1 are 16-bit wide, and timer 1 register is also 16 bits register and is splitted into bytes referred as lower byte of timer 1 and higher byte of timer 1. So this is a timer 1. Lower byte means D0 to D7. We name it as TL1, 8-bit lower byte of timer 1. D8 to D15. So this is higher byte of timer 1, name as TH1, and this is 8-bit timer 1 higher byte. So since the 8051 has 8-bit architecture and each 16-bit is assessed as a separate register of lower byte TL and higher byte TH as we discuss here. The timer 0 register is a 16-bit register and having a lower byte and higher byte TL0, TH0. Now pictorially we can represent like this. These are timers, and timer 1 having TL1 and TH1, and timer 0 having TH0 and TL0. 8-bit. TMOD register. To use this timer in different modes, this timer modes register is used or decide which timer used in which mode. TMOD register is 8-bit register which is used in both timer 1 and timer 0 to set various timer modes. In this TMOD register, lower 4 bits are set aside for timer 0 and upper 4 bit for set for timer 1. Now how it is? So this is the TMOD register having the format like this: M0, M1, C oblique T bar and gate. So these are the flag bits, and this is reserved for timer 0, means lower nibble 4 bit is reserved for timer 0. So using this 4 bit, the timer 0's various mode can be selected. The remaining upper nibble 4 bit, that is start from here to here, that is D4 to D7. So this 4 bit is reserved for timer 1. So this is the format of TMOD register. Now, as we know, what is the function of gate bit? When gate bit is equal to 1, enable timer or counter only when the external INT0 and INT1 pin is high and TR0, TR1 is set. So these are the flag bits, control bits. So this can be, means clock can be taken from externally when gate is equal to 1 for count the event or to generate the delay. When gate is equal to 0, this gate is equal to 0, enable timer counter when TR0 and TR1 is set internally. C oblique T bar, counter oblique timer. When C oblique T bar is equal to 1, then this timer 1 and timer 0 work as a counter, and when C oblique T bar is equal to 0, this work as a timer. So timer means timer 0 and timer 1 work as event, means generate the delay. So this is the use of this C oblique T bar control bits. The remaining are M0 and M1 bits, that is used for selection of mode. So as we know, the TMOD register gives 4 different modes, and those modes are like this. M1 and M0 both are 00 mode select bits. The mode 0 occurs, and that is 13-bit timer mode. When M1 and M0 both are 0 and 1, then mode 1 occurs, that is 16-bit timer mode. M0 is 1 and M1 is 0, mode 2 occurs, 8-bit auto reloader mode, and 1 that is mode 3 occurs, and split timer mode. So these two modes we already discussed in part 1's video lecture, and today we are going to discuss the details of the mode 2 and mode 3, that is 8-bit auto reload mode and split timer mode. Now mode select bits M1, M0, the 4 modes operated in timers. Mode 0 we already discussed, that is 13-bit mode. That means the timer operates completely with 9192 pulses. This means the maximum number of times a timer can count without repeating is 2 raised to 13, that is 8192. So this is the timer in mode 1. So the maximum allowed count in the value of timer registers can be from 000040H to 1FFFH. Mode 1, that is a 16-bit mode, which means the timer operate completely with maximum clock pulses that 65,535. So the maximum allowed clock count in the value of timer register can be from 0000H to FFFFH. So these two mode we discussed in previous lecture. Mode 2. In this mode, an 8-bit auto reload value mode we define, which means the timer operation completes with only 256 clock pulses. Mode 3, this is the mode split timer mode, which means the load the value in T0 and automatically start the T1. Now this mode can be configured in table like this. We already discussed these things. Mode 0 means 13-bit timer. In 13-bit timer oblique counter, 8-bit of THX and 5-bit of TLX. X indicate 0 or 1 timer. Mode 1, 16-bit timer mode and 16-bit timer oblique counter. TH means higher byte of timer 0 or 1 cascaded with lower byte of timer 1 or 0. So we are going to focus on mode 2, 8-bit auto reload mode. In this mode, 8-bit timer oblique counter auto reload mode, value of TLX reload with the value of THX. So whatever the stored value of higher byte, that is automatically reloading lower value of timer byte when TLX lower byte is overflow. So this is the auto reload mode. We have to discuss this in detail. A split mode, mode 3, 16-bit timer X into 8-bit timer, means timer 0 or timer 1 splitted into 8-bit timer. THX and TLX like the 8-bit. We may have higher byte of timer 0 or 1 and lower byte of timer 0 or 1 get splitted in 8-bit timer. T-con register we need in this timer 0 and timer 1 to start and to stop the timer. So this timer control register is 8-bit register and lower nibble is used for interrupt, external interrupt and timer interrupt. So we are not going to focus on this. So we need upper nibble TR0, TF0, TR1, TF1. So these 4 bit we need in timer mode selection. So bit 7 is TF, that is timer 1 overflow. When it is equal to 1, timer 1 overflow occurs and timer 1 goes to its maximum to roll over to 0 value. So this is the bit when it is set. When it is reset, timer 1 overflow not occurs. Bit 6 is reserved for TR1, timer run control bit. To start the timer 1, so this bit should be 1, and to stop the timer, so this TR1 bit should be 0. TF0, timer overflow flag. So this is equal to 1 means timer 0 overflow occurs, timer 0 goes to its maximum value, roll over back to 0. So this is the, when this bit is equal to 0, then overflow not occurs. Now how the overflow occurs? Let us see. In timer, lower byte is A0 hexadecimal. At that time TF will be 0. Now this is incremented by 1, A1, TF also 0. So like this it is incremented up to EFE. Then this value will be 0. The last value of that will be FF. At that time also this overflow flag is 0. And when rollover occurs, that means FF to 0 0. See, this condition occurs, then this overflow flag becomes 1 set. So this is named as overflow rollover conditions, and this done for TF1 and TF0. Then the next bit TR0, that is timer 0 run control bit. When this bit is equal to 0, timer 0 start and stop, and when it is equal to 1, timer 0 start. Bit 3, these are bit 3, bit 2, bit 1, bit 0. These are used for interrupt. IE1 external interrupt edge trigger, 1 external interrupt 1 occurs, and 0 external interrupt 1 proceed. When it is equal to 1, the interrupt occurs on following edge of INT1 pin, and when 0, interrupt occurs on lower level of INT pin 1. Bit 1, that is reserved for external interrupt edge trigger flag. 1 external interrupt 0 occurs. When 0, external interrupt 0 proceed. Similarly for bit 0, IT0 external interrupt 0 trigger. When 1, this bit is 1, interrupt occurs on falling edge of INT0 pin, and when it is equal to 0, then that interrupt get processed. So these 4 bit we discuss at the time of interrupt and interrupt functions. So at that time we will discuss this. So this is a TCON register. We have to focus on this 4 bit only. Start means this is a run control bit. This is overflow bit for timer 0. This is run control bit. This is overflow bit of timer 1. So this is use of timer control register. Now how the 8-bit auto reload mode start? The timer 0, so this our timer 1 can be used as 8-bit auto reload mode, and that is controlled by a TMOD register, as we know. So this is the mode occurs when EM0 and EM1, these two pins are like this, 1 0, then 2, mode 2 occurs, and in this mode 8-bit timer or counter auto reload mode. TLX reload with value held by THX, and each time TLX is overflow. So overflow in TL, lower byte of timer 0 or timer 1. Now how this register used? So it is a 8-bit. So the range start from 2 raised to 8 means 256. D0 to D12. So this mode we can use as auto reload mode. So in this mode the load value 8-bit in TX is a prescaler. So this 8-bit TLX value we stored, and this rollover occurs in lower byte of timer 0 or 1, and automatically upper value, that is 8-bit value, is reload in lower byte when rollover occurs, that is TF X flag get set. Mode 2. It is an 8-bit timer that allow the only value of 00 to FF to be loaded into timer register TH. After TH is loaded in 8-bit value 8051 goes a copy of it to TL when the timer must be started. It is done by the instruction set bit TR0. So TR0 means start timer 0 for timer 0, and set bit this instruction for TR1 for timer 1. For timer 1 this instruction is used. For timer 0 this instruction is used. This is like mode 1. After timer is started and it start to count up by incrementing TL register only, and it count up until it reaches the maximum value FF. When it roll over from FF to 00, it set the high, the TF, that is timer flag TF, will be 1. If we are using the timer 0, TF0 goes high, and if using TF then timer 1, if timer 1 we use, then this TF1 is raised, is 1 when TL register roll over from FF to 00. TF is set to 1, TL is reloaded automatically with the original value kept in TH register. So this is the mode 2. To repeat the process, we must simply clear TF. So TF flag will be resetted, overflow flag. Let it goes without any need by the programmer to reload the original value. So this makes the mode 2 auto reload. In contrast, in mode 1, which programmer has reload TH and TL. Now, how to find the value of tmod register to occurs mode 2 for timer 1 and timer 0. So find the value of tmod to separate the timers in mode 2, timer 1 and timer 0. Now for that, this is our tmod register. Timer 0, timer 1, reserve bits 4 nibble, 4 bit 1 nibble, lower nibble, and this is upper nibble 4 bit. Now this is the separation. So for mode 2 timer 1, so all bits are like this: 0 0, gate should be 0, C oblique T bar should be 0 for timer. And for mode 2, so this mode 2, this will be 1 0, 8-bit auto reload mode. So this is 1 0, others are 0 0. So this gives us a number that is 2 decimal number, or we may call it is hexadecimal number, and therefore load that value in tmod, that is #20h for timer 1 in mode 2 in timer 0. So auto reload mode of timer 1. Now for timer 0, so these bits are 0 0, and we keep M1 M0 as 1 0. So M1 and M0 both, this is 1 and this is 0, then that gives us a hexadecimal value 2 loaded in tmod register. So this is tmod register 0 2. This is mode 2 timer 0. Now if we see, this is the 2 0 for mode 2 timer 1, and this is 0 2 for mode 2 timer 0. Means for timer 0 this value is 0 2, and for timer 1 this value is 2 0. Now the characteristics of timer 2: load the tmod value register indicate which timer 0 or timer 1 to be used, and select the timer mode 2, that is auto reload mode, using this tmod register format. Load th register with initial count value. Load calculated TLX value, and start the timer by setting TRX. This is the run control bits. So when this bit is equal to 1, so this X indicates 0 or 1, means for timer 0 TR0, timer 1 TR1 is set by using this external instruction set TRX. So this is the start of timer, and monitor TX means overflow flag bit. Still it goes, is not get set with the instruction. This is a instruction for monitoring JNB TFX. At the time of instruction set, we will discuss this instruction in detail. And then when rollover occurs, that is flag bit TF set, then stop the timer by clearing TRX bit, that is run when this bit is equal to 0, then stop the timer using instruction clear TRX. Clear the TFX bit here, TF0 is equal to 0, and repeat the process 7 to 1. So this is the use for delay. Pictorially how it is represented. So as we know, this is external, means gate pin is equal to 0, then the clock internally taken. So when this gate is 1, then clock is taken from INT 0 or T0. Now let us see, when C oblique T bar is equal to 0, means this is timer, and when C oblique T bar is equal to 1, that is a counter. At that time T0, clock is taken from T0. Now this is the timer mode. So this mode can be controlled by using C oblique T bar is equal to 1 counter, and C bar is oblique T bar is equal to 0, then timer, as we explained here. Now there is a TCON register that is used for control, means start and stop the timer by using TRX pin. When it is equal to 0, stop, and TRX is equal to 1, that timer will be started. Now how to start that? So when this switch is closed, then the pulse is given. This is a crystal frequency pulse is given to lower byte of this timer. This incremented from its value to the final value. So that is FF. Now when the TLX goes FF to 00, at that time this flag bit will be set, and when it's set, automatically THX value reload in TL, and that is why we name it as 8-bit auto reload mode, that is mode 2. Okay, so this is very important task. So this clock is provided, I will repeat it again. This clock is provided to TL, lower byte of timer, and then this start increment, and when it increment and goes to last value FF, then the next pulse it roll over, and when it roll over to initial value 00, at that time this flag, overflow flag bit gets set. When it is set, whatever the value of TH higher byte stored here, that is reload in TL. So this is the mode named as 8-bit auto reload mode. Now split mode timer mode 3 configure mode 0 timer zeros so that register TL0 and TH0 separate operate in separate 8-bit timers. In other words, the 16-bit timer consisting of two registers TH0 and TL0 is split into two independent 8-bit timers. Means we use timer zeros lower and higher byte TL0 and TH0 independently in this mode. This mode is provided for the application require additional 8-bit timer or counter. The TL0 timer runs in two timer 0 while the TH0 timer runs in timer 1. So this split mode timer 0 lower byte and higher byte used as a timer, and that is like this as a timer 1 TH0 and timer 0 TL0. In addition, all the control bits of 16-bit timer consisting of the TH1 and TL1 register now control the 8-bit timer 1. Even though the 16-bit timer 1 can still be configured to operate in any of these modes. Means timer 1 can be used as timer mode 1, mode 2 or mode 3. It is no longer possible to disable it as there is no control bit to do it, and thus its operation is restricted when timer 0 in mode 3. The only application of this mode is when the two timers are used and the 16-bit timer 1 operation of which is out of control. This used as a baud rate generator. So this is the timer 0. Now in this timer 0, this is a higher byte, this is lower byte. So this is TH0 8-bit, this is TL0 8-bit. So how this is used? So see, this is the lower byte timer 1's lower byte and higher byte. So as we know, the 16-bit timer 1 can be configured in operate in any of the mode 1, 2, 3. So the timer clock TL1 and TH1, so this can be used in 1, 2, 3 different modes, but timer clock given to TL and at that time lower byte of timer zeros work as a timer, and for that TF0 is the control bits, overflow bits. Similarly, the clock is given to TH1 and then this will be work as controlling bits separately. So timer 0, so the register TL and TH operate as a separate 8-bit timers. Now how to find the values for timer 0 in mode 3? So it will be like this. So this is a mode 3. So this can be work in timer 1 can be work in mode 2 and this work as a mode 3 split mode timer 0. So this will be 1 and this is 3. So the value loaded in tmod such that the value is 1 3 for timer 0 in mode 3 and timer 1 in mode 2. So how this mode occurs? This is a pictorial representation. So when this switch is closed, then the clock is taken from this and this timer start TL0 and it roll over to TF. So once it roll over, this flag gets set, then stop. Similarly, this is a timer zeros higher byte and it again roll over up to 0 to 255, means 00H to FFH. When the rollover occurs, then this stop. So this is the clock provided for this TH0 and TL0. Lower byte timer 0, higher byte timer 0. Thank you. I hope this topic is clear to all. If you have any questions, please contact on my mail ID sampademse57@gmail.com and my WhatsApp number is 9860389302. Thank you, friend.